What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review, and we're gonna do another Dishsoap VOD review because this guy absolutely destroyed the America's Golden Spatula. I was talking about in my last VOD that was going into the final lobby about how he hadn't bought for it in like 20 tournament games, and of course, he started off the final lobby with a 7th, but still managed to really clutch it out the rest of the final lobby, 2-4-2-2-2, just going second overall to Wage Iverson, who had a great, I mean, up and down, right? He has this 1/8 in here, but 1-1, oops, 3-1-3 is still a disgusting performance. But I mean, the reason why, Wei won the tournament. He won the Golden Spatula. But the reason why I have to VOD review Dishsoap over Wei is that look at that overall AVP, 2.72. This is the tournament AVP versus a 3.28, which is already disgusting for Wei Iverson, but under a 3 from Dishsoap, 113 points, 10 more points than Wei across the entire tournament. If the tournament was just who did the best over all the days, then, Dishsoap would be the person who won. So I thought, look, we have to watch him. And then I also took a peek at this VOD, and I thought this was actually like a really interesting line. I remember seeing this through like the coach stream or something like that. I was like, this is a really interesting line that Dishsoap ended up taking this game. It's a line that I think a lot of people wouldn't have taken. And this is how people like Dishsoap get their edge, right? It's knowledge of the meta and knowledge of like kind of these out there lines that I think a lot of people would just not consider. They would just say, like I'm not really gonna play that. It's not like the most meta type setup, so like I'm just not gonna play it. But Dishsoap says, you know what? If there's a good spot for it, I am down to play it, and we'll see what his spot ended up actually looking like at this game. So start off here with the Darius pair, actually Darius 2 plus an Amumu pair as well. So a lot of watchers here. We just kind of need the back line for the watchers. We'd love a Draven. We'd love, I mean, a Zeri would work pretty well as well. I mean, we do even still just have this Nami. It could be Sorks as well, and I fully expect us to hold on to that. And so, okay, we go into first augment here. Spoils, Pitfighter, Dual Purpose. I think Dual Purpose is like, a fine econ augment. Spoils of War 3, I think people have really soured on as time has gone on, as people have gotten better at TFT. You just can't win streak for free with the Spoils of War and just like be in a really good spot. We do also know that we're in a triple prismatic lobby, which is another piece of that. So we want to take stuff that can potentially cap really like, top of the line, cap out, with whatever comp we want to play. But yeah, I mean, I could see, Dishsoap taking Dual Purpose here, a level up here. Dishsoap actually opts for the Pitfighter crown here, which I think is such an interesting idea, but such a smart idea. When you think about it, we get to Pitfighter this Darius. We didn't talk at all about item slams, but we do off of the Pitfighter crown. We get the Stair Axe that goes on to that goes in the Darius. And this is one of the big reasons why Pitfighter Crown actually functions really nicely here, is we get to make a triple item Darius that is a Pitfighter here. The second we pick up a Draven, we're on our way to 4 Pitfighter with Conqueror, which feels really good. But I mean, look at this Darius with the triple item here. And I think, a lot of people Pitfighter Crown, they say, okay, I'm gonna take Pitfighter and I'm gonna play like family reroll from this spot. But Dishsoap realizes like, I need to push 4. I need to be as strong as possible here because I can do stuff like this. I can play a 4 Pitfighter board and be really strong. And yeah, actually, this is probably, I'm not actually sure. I think he's gonna. I'm surprised at this strongest board, but I'm not. Do not. If you're in a choosing strongest board competition and you're up against Dishsoap, I'll just let him have it on this one. So he says that 4 Pitfighter is strongest board here. This does allow us to invest really hard into this Darius here, and it is a big spike for Pitfighter. So I think it makes a reasonable amount of sense here. And yeah, I mean, this is our setup. We have the Amumu 2 that can come in next level. We feel really good about it. But this is tempo Pitfighters for now, which is not a comp that I think is on most people's radar at all. I was about to, let's go check actually. I'm down to pull up TFT Academy tier list and see where they put, yes, this is in the C tier, apparently, Pitfighter Flex. The same tier as like Kog'Maw or, like nerfed Urgot reroll and nerfed Renata reroll. So you can see, this is also, wow, this was actually, while I was looking at the tier list, we went for a double level here. This is the idea, is just we scout around the lobby, yeah, and we saw people, yeah, I mean, look at some of these boards. That Vander board looked really strong. So this is Dishsoap saying, I want to make sure that I'm protecting my streak. Look how strong this 5 Conqueror board from Bio looks. Like, if I don't double level here, I'm certainly losing to this, and this double level actually gives us the opportunity to beat Bio here. We had a fighting Wage and Iverson, who has a pretty weak board, so it doesn't end up actually mattering, but I think it's really smart. This is something that, like, the best players do, and I think it's an is it an easy thing to add? Maybe it's a potentially easy thing to add to your game, is doing these scouts before you make an aggressive level like that. Not just aggressively leveling because, you know, for the sake of aggressively leveling, but doing a quick scout, seeing, okay, how strong actually is, we do it. Yeah, I was actually thinking about this. Do you take belts here? But yeah, like how strong are the people that you're going to fight here? And does leveling make a difference here? And versus bio there, I think you can 1,000,000% make the argument that leveling would have made the diff had we fought bio there. And that could be the difference between us 5-streaking or not 5-streaking. So I think really, really smart. We are going to rotate into bio now. So we'll see, does our level 5 board beat his level 5 board? Because if we lose, then this was kind of all for nothing. But no, we completely stomp him. Yeah, I mean, really, really a smart play by Dishsoap. And I do think it is possible that, you know, had we not made an early level like that, our spot would have looked worse. This is interesting here, at least, because yeah, we can play it like this for Form Swapper. We lose out on the Amumu 2. I wonder if you do just do this and you don't actually make 20 gold on 2-6, which is kind of crazy. Also, nice little shift of the Darius over there just to make sure there's no world where like Nocturne or any of this stuff can wrap on us. So this looks good. And yeah, he's not, wow, that's wild, but I think it makes perfect sense. We are not going to make 20 gold here. We are going to be sitting level 10 here. We at least have the 5 streak to provide us some kind of like compensation for the fact that we are not going to be that rich here. But I mean, the Elise is so nice. We're playing for GP pair here. Like if we hit GP2, we're in an amazing spot, just, you know, board strength wise, and that can allow us to win streak until, you know, stage 4 easily through the rest of stage 3. And there it is, there's GP2. So a little bit of preparation, cool line, plus, you know, let's sprinkle a little bit of high roll in there. Of course, you got to have a little bit of high roll. But yeah, I didn't talk that much about the belt off carousel, but I think another really smart pick. I wonder, yeah, are we gonna go for this? I love this. I love this. Oh my god. Okay, so we're doing the belt off carousel, even though it was 1 cost versus 3 cost, because we wanted to make an offensive slam. We have these items that are on Darius right now. We want kind of like these backline items that are going to GP. That's why I made Guardbreaker. And in a similar case there, we have Warmogs, fantastic slam, but we have no one to put Warmogs on. And if we make that refresh there, there's actually like really, or a reroll there, the reforge there, there's really good odds we do get a slam out of the glove that we already have. We don't really want to make double Guardbreaker, but, you know, we can make almost anything else out of glove. Last Whisper, i.e., you know, HUD, you know, Steadfast would be kind of rough. JG would be kind of rough, but a lot of these other items work. And if we hit something else like, I don't know, a Chain Vest, we could always make like Sunfighter out of the belt that we have. So I think beautiful call from Dishsoap again, allowing himself. The whole idea is just be as strong as possible right now. We are tempoing these pit fighters really strong. We know we have a strong opener and we want to win streak as much as we can here. All right. I don't think what could have been is happening here. Invest is an interesting idea. The kind of like greed invested here, and then you just get to go like fast 9, I think is a fun idea. I don't know about Freaky Friday being that good. I'm the carry now. Sounds like okay, I guess. Okay, we're gonna go for Freaky Friday. I mean, it is a 3rd GP item for now, and a 3rd item for Vi later. So yeah, okay, probably. I wanted to do like one of those fun, like you take invested here and you like keep winning and then you go like fast 9. But I mean, I think Dishsoap's saying this lobby is not so weak, especially because we're double prismatic, that I'll be able to do that. Maybe if it was like a weaker lobby, you could take like invested and get away with fast 9 here. But if we don't take combat here, we are gonna take some losses in these fights. I mean, look at this fight here. We'll see. Do we even win this fight? It's really close here. GP. I mean, that is the biggest combat og diff of anyone's life. I mean, yeah, had we not taken combat og there, we would 1,000,000,000,000% have lost that fight. Ah, what was that? Did it show up in cam? What was that? It was like a bug in my room. I gotta go back and check if that shows up in cam. I feel like I had a bug on my head. All right. Well, there's a bug on the board named Elise, and she is doing a lot of work. But I mean, look, who's really doing work on this board is that Darius, man. Look at the work. Also, what a nice little, a cute little slam from Dishsoap there to try to get the giant spell down onto the Elise. I mean, did that end up actually like making any kind of difference here? He knew that he probably wanted to throw this here, so just throw that belt onto the Elise to try to make sure that she's healthy enough to live. I don't think it ended up making up a huge difference there, but you know, just Dishsoap as always going for, you know, all these teeny tiny little optimizations that can get him there. You know, slamming the belt onto the Elise, crazy. But I mean, a little optimization like that can end up, you know, winning you a fight. I mean, I was thinking we were just going to grab Sunfire here, and it all is onto a GP as well, though we already have GP2. And yeah, he does end up taking that there. It kind of looked like he was actually preferring Even Shroud there, which is an interesting idea. I mean, it kind of goes back and forth whether, like, you know, you care more about Heal Cut or other stuff. We also do end up selling off some stuff there, get the Steb in on the bench there. That's actually so smart. Get the Steb in so that we can then make 40 gold here, which, I mean, at this point we are looking at fast 8, maybe like I said, maybe even a fast 9. I mean, Pit Fighter is a comp where, I mean, you can play Force Savika as a strong unit on your board. You do really want to find Vi too, so I'm curious, you know, what our rolling looks like. Also, this Triforce is, I guess, just going to get slapped onto the Elise. Yeah, it's mana, you know, not bad. It's kind of like a kind of funky Protector's Vow, so I don't mind it there at all. And yeah, hopefully we can win this last fight. So important. We will see here. I mean, this is a pretty strong Quick Strikers board, but they are hedge fund here, so we should be fine. If they were first item Combat Augment, maybe we'd be like a little bit more afraid. But yeah, with no Combat Augment, and their items are like really awkward. Double item Akali, one item TF. It's just like not consolidated items, so no way that we are losing that. And so it is a 110 streak. A 10 streak, 100 streak, whatever you want to call it, for Mr. Soapy in this spot. And yeah, he's looking at the very fast level 8 here. I'm curious to see what level 8 looks like for Dishsoap. Is he going to just, I mean, you have, we have 6 Pit Fighter, right? These 2 Pit Fighter units. No, we need to find one more, right? Yeah, we need to find the Vi here. There's Vi. I was thinking of even just stopping on one Vi here, but I think he rolls a bit here, and I think we're going to stop now on the Rumble. He just wanted to find like one more little piece of the puzzle here, and Rumble is enough for him. What a smart, wow, what a smart way of doing this roll down here. We have Vow to make onto the Elise. Like, I was really thinking stop on Vi, but honestly, stop on Rumble makes a lot of sense. Just find one more little piece here to spike your board, and the Rumble's actually huge, right? He's a very solid scrap unit. He holds the Pit Fighter emblem nice. So yeah, I mean, you just look for someone who can hold Pit Fighter really nicely, and Rumble, boom, we're in there. All right, last augment here. I'd love to see a golden egg in tournament. We're win streaking so hard, you probably don't take it, just because it's going to cause us to start losing. I don't know what you would take here besides it, though, because I don't think you really need a bunch of swords here. You have almost too many items as is. You have all these dudes. Oh, Bulky Buddy seems good enough here. Yeah, I think you can certainly take that. And now, look at this. I mean, so smart, so smart. I mean, so we stopped rolling, right? But then, like, what happened here? Like, why did we roll deeper here? We took our augment, and then we'd immediately found Vipair and Chop. We also have Swain Pair here. We also have Mordekaiser here. We also have Mbessa here. So now the value of rolling is really high. This is something that I think a lot of people don't do as well, is this kind of like dynamic rolling. Now that we have this Vi2, boom, we have Vipair. The value of us rolling goes up a ton. So now we roll down, we find Vi2, the second we find Vi2, obviously we stop rolling here, position our board for Bulky Buddies, and we're good. We are clear on our way to level 9 at this spot. We are so happy. And the step ends up fitting really beautifully onto this board. I wasn't even thinking about that, but the Enforcer Bruiser here on this board is actually, you know, he bridges the gap really nice. Then the Elise bridges the Form Swapper gap, and then we have Scrappin with the Rumble. So yeah, works beautifully. And look at this fight. This fight honestly could have been a Vi 2 diff. The Vi healed up a lot there. So really beautiful roll down as well. And also, this is cool from Dishsoap. We're holding onto these extra GPs. Remember, we held that GP from earlier. We're holding onto this GP for now. I don't think we're just gonna like sit on 8 and roll for GP 3. I think that would be a bit crazy. But you know, if the wins of TFT, was that a Rumble 2? That is a Rumble 2 from Bio here. Not sure where he got that exactly, because he does not have enough stacks to get the 2-star 5 cost yet. He just found Rumble 2 on 8 off maybe a dupe or something like that. Well, good for him, but not good enough to beat Dishsoap's super tempo Pit Fighter board. He's gonna win this fight as well, and we are just continuing to coast through this this game, honestly. Still streaking here. Can we get a 15 streak on this stage with it? We have Glove open here. I mean, I feel like QSS is a solid slam. We can't pick that up, so we're just going to take this belt here. Is it going to be just a guard breaker onto Rumble here and just say, yeah, it's like, it's an item? I mean, I don't feel that bad about that. Also, yes, this makes a lot of sense. We are going to, the second we pick up Loris, get that in Sentinel a bit better than Bruiser on this board, especially without like at least 2. Just the extra armor and MR onto our entire board is going to be really nice. If we had at least 2, maybe we would still play Bruiser here. But I mean, based on the fact that we sold that unit, maybe not even. That is my Mortdog mandated 5-second yap break. I know a lot of people say I should like yap yet less in the videos, but look, I mean, I've gotten this far by yapping. Ooh, attack expert here. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was kind of, I honestly thought dramatic entrance would be good enough, but wow, this is so smart, and it makes a lot of sense. I mean, okay, so my thought process here is, Dishsoap realizes, like, we could take dramatic entrance, perfectly solid, like good enough augment, CC the entire board. It doesn't do all that much when you have all these melee frontliners where, like, I mean, I guess you're going to CC them, but then they're just going to like re-aggro onto your melee frontliners. But infectious, what does infectious anomaly do for us? It gives us cap. It gives us a disgustingly high cap because every single round that we survive, our units are getting stronger. It's spreading to, you know, our entire board, and then we're getting that extra AD and AP onto everybody. The AD and AP is also really, really nice with Pit Fighter here. Also, I have to cough again. Sorry. I just got over a cold, but like maybe the cold is not completely over me. I got a little bit more water, hopefully. Hopefully we can make it through the rest of this VOD without any more coughing, because I don't want to scrap the VOD. I mean, I'm not going to scrap the VOD. I'd have to like, I don't want to edit it though. Please don't make me edit a video. We dropped Even Shroud here. This is great. We love it. Wow, that was a quick pivot, but I mean, beautiful. Just push the really, really quick 9. And then it's got to be Even Shroud made. And so then, I mean, Hodge. Yeah, Hodge is beautiful here. I love it. Look at that, though. I mean, this is what Dishsoap was always thinking of playing, by the way, is 4 Form Swapper, 6 Pit Fighter, it looks like. I mean, this board looks beautiful. Just get the 4 Form Swapper in on this board. The Rumble is, like, a little funny on this board here, and eventually maybe... I mean, we're upgrading the Rumble, so we're probably going to keep him. Ooh, also, we finally do end up losing to France B here, which is rough, but, I mean, that's life. But, yeah, we're upgrading the Rumble, so the Rumble has to stay. I mean, I guess, like... super far down the road, we could end up leveling again and just getting in like a Loris is just, but I mean, at that point, you would probably just end up playing 6 costs on your board. But this is so nice. 4 Form Swapper got buffed this patch, or I guess it was last patch at this point. But 4 Form Swapper, just such a nice trade, especially for the 6 Pit Fighter GP, who's almost a GP3, right? We're only 2 Gangplanks off of hitting GP3, so definitely something. And if we get enough Conqueror stacks, we are going to get a duplicator. That is a little bit far off, but, you know, maybe. The other nice thing is just getting the board that we want to play in the future in now, you know, getting stuff like the 4 Form Swapper in. We're going to play this for sure, and that's really good with Infectious Anomaly, so we can start stacking everything up. So, yeah, we do actually end up we're losing a few fights here, but we're still very far from our cap. Our Infectious Anomaly is scaling up every single round, and we also have the ability to push level 10 here. I mean, we might even just coast it to level 10, especially if we win fights like this. Like, winning fights like this makes it so juicy to push 10 here. And we just have to make sure that we, you know, stop people from hitting things like 3-star 4 cost, or like, I don't know, some kind of prismatic trade or something like that. That is the biggest thing that Dishsoap has to watch out for here. Picks up the Gwinsus here just to throw that onto Jace, I guess, unless we're going to like move a GP item around or something. Yeah, we are actually. Okay. We're going to roll a bit here as well, just saying like, okay, we could maybe make it to 10 here on a sketchy situation. But once again, like, why try to force ourselves to push 10 when like we're already pretty like our board is already pretty good. And yeah, the Triforce ends up actually moving up. We moved the Triforce off because like GP, yeah, he's using some of these stats, but he's not using all the stats in the way that the Rumble would. So I think this makes perfect sense. And yeah, I mean, Dishsoap realizing once again the value of rolling here is quite high. We have Jace 2, Savika 2, Rumble 2, and GP3 to roll for here. So I mean, Elise 2, actually, we just hit the Elise 2 on that roll down here. So I mean, when you think about it that way, like, why would we think about like pushing a fast level 10 in this spot? Because like there's so much left for us to hit. Also, we do actually, yeah, we mess up the little positioning swap there once again. I mean, I love to watch amazing players like Dishsoap flub things like that, not because I'm like, yeah, Dishsoap sucks, but it's like, it just shows like that even a player, so like, you know, of Dishsoap's caliber, probably the best player, the single best player on our server, maybe best player in the world. We got the world championship coming up. I'm down for him to get the refeat, but like stuff like that just shows that, like, I mean, TFT, you know, like little, I mean, it's a little mechanical thing, but you know, that cost us some HP. It wasn't going to cost us the fight because Wation Sport does look really, really strong here. But now we can roll down here, try to pick up everything that we need here. We get some of it, but not a ton of it. We get the Rumble here. We do have a bunch of removers if we want to move items over. I feel like, yeah, I mean, Sterex is just a solid item onto Pit Fighters in general. We're going to rotate into Prestivant here, who is the other... I mean, this board looks disgustingly strong as well. This is a very... I mean, triple Prismatic Lobby is going to cap pretty high here. And this fight... Yeah, I mean, we're just lacking the damage. I mean, maybe with GP3 we can win that, but without it, it's tough. There's Savika 2. We can downgrade Urgot. The only downside is we lose a little bit of Infectious Anomaly, but I think it's, you know, fine. And the big thing is, yeah, now we have the Savika 2 on our board, and we really want to move items. I'm shocked, actually, that we're not moving items over. Okay, yeah, we are going to move these Elise items over. I think that makes perfect sense, yeah. And then just leave the Vow onto Elise. Vow Elise versus triple item Elise, no diff. this is Weijin's clone here. Really, really good Civica ult actually. Ends up making this fight quite winnable, though. Oh my god, the Mel just does insane work here. That's another GP3 diff. And oh my god, we roll down, we find it. And yeah, we can... How did we make that actually? Oh, we just sold Jace. Wow, duh. Like, what am I thinking? All right, move items over. Actually opt to move the pit fighter stuff over to frontline Jace. I think Dishsoap's a little tired of this rumble. He's like, you know what? I've put too much faith into this rumble. I'm gonna move back to frontline GP. Also, maybe just saying I need some more frontline in this spot, especially with the GP3 here. Like we just do frontline here. We'll see if the GP barrels are enough here, because that Rennie is a monster, man. GP doing good work. We win. Weijin drops down to 1 here because of the Mel. Oh my god. So we're going to one final fight here for all the marbles here. Gonna pick up just a guard breaker to slam onto who even? Who do we have on itemized at this point? I'm gonna guess we just throw it randomly onto Rumble here. There's a Warwick though. How do you even fit Warwick on this board? You'd love to fit. I mean, you could cut the. Okay, yeah, we're not gonna cut the Rumble. It's something you could think about maybe. But oh yeah, we just throw that onto our other move Sunfire over to Elise and move the Guardbreaker over to Civica. Really nice itemization here. End up killing that Mal's quickly, but can we get through this big guy? This fight looks rough. Yeah, the fight RNG is worse, so it is only a 2nd place from Mr. Dishsoap. Maybe with better position, we can actually even win that. I mean, it was tough. We won the other fight versus him, but still, I mean, such a beautiful game from Dishsoap. I really do not think there are that many players who would have played this game from Dishsoap. I thought it was just absolutely beautifully played. And I mean, it's so fun watching Dishsoap play. And it'll be really fun rooting him on at the World Championships, which is, I guess it's in like a week and a half at this point, right? Because we're not gonna have Worlds like this weekend. I think it's a week and a half. And then after that, we got Set 14. I can't wait for Worlds. I can't wait for Set 14. Can't wait for it all. Thank you guys always for watching my videos. The support means a ton. It's fun. I like making videos. If you guys like my videos, you should probably like the video itself. Subscribe, comment if you think Dishsoap's a beast, or if you think EU's the best region. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with you if you do, but like you could comment that if you want to. And check my other links down below. Metafy, if you're looking for last push this set, get my fundamentals guide on there. Is a really quick way to just level yourself up real quick. Or if you want to. All right, I will see you guys later. This video is running too long. Bye.